two more municipalities. That is Kibwezi Makindu municipality and another municipality around Boni, that's Kikima Tower. And we are also working on more municipalities so that most of the viable areas and urban areas for the county government have municipalities to be able to manage the areas, just like we have seen the benefits of municipalities in Wote and now seen the benefits in Emali Sultan. We will be able to work on establishing municipalities in the other parts of the county. So very soon we will be having also the matter of Kibwezi, Makindu, and even Nunguni area and Kikima area. All those are candidates for being municipalities. So we are doing the necessary preliminaries and to ensure the thresholds are met, because there are some thresholds which must be met before we can have a municipality in place.
No, please, Onesmus, can you switch off your microphone?
Kindly, honest.
Onesmus, can you switch off your microphone? You're making a lot of noise, please.
Thank you. Thank you. Bwana Waziri, we understand that Department of Roads, Infrastructure, Public Works, and all what you normally undertake in your department can't work alone. We understand there are other departments like Department of Environment, Department of Trade, Tourism, and Culture that you are supposed to work with. Can you tell us how you are relating in order to make transport work within Makueni County? How you normally relate with those other departments that I've mentioned?
Most of the activities of the roads infrastructure department have to be undertaken through collaboration with other departments. We are working closely with the Department of Devolution because our activities are basically within the wards and the sub-counties. So the administration is a key partner in our execution of our mandate. We execute the roads and are working on a roads for water program, whereby all the water from the roads is channeled for better use, so that we have the water harvested from the roads being directed for harvesting for use in agriculture and other related activities. And that we have to do in collaboration with the departments of environment, water, agriculture. We are also now constructing drifts, which are not only drifts, but they are also embankments for sand dams. Once in our construction and in our scoping, we ensure we involve the other departments so that once the drift is complete and it also serves as a sand dam, the other departments are able to optimize the water harvested to promote water issues and agriculture issues. We are working with the Department of Youth, Gender Youth, and all that, because like just next week, we are going to roll out a labor-based program for most of the people who are going to be in that program are youth, who are going to be busy doing labor-based works, most of them road works, doing some bush clearing, meter drains. So we have to work closely with the Department of Youth in that. In all our projects, we also involve apprentices. That is, we take youth who have just completed courses related to our department and attach them to our projects so that they learn on the job and are able to be part of the project through its project contract period. Therefore, we have to work closely with the Department of Youth to achieve that agenda. Also, in all the departments, any construction that any department wants to undertake, is done through the Department of Infrastructure, Public Works, and Energy. Therefore, we basically work with every department because we are facilitators of infrastructure in the county government, and we must work with the other departments in order to have them achieve their structural infrastructure requirements. So there's no department we don't work with. We have to work with every department.
Thank you. Now, at this juncture, I think there are individuals with questions pertaining what we are discussing at the moment. I would request them to air their questions. We have a question from Sila Kilonga. You can put across your question to Waziri to have it responded. Sila Kilonga.
Thank you, Bwana Kisoi.
Yes, welcome.
Yes, thank you, Bwana Kisoi. And my question goes to Waziri. We have some of the roads which are being done at this financial year. Some, I think it is the end of the financial year 2022-2023. For instance, in Nguma Ward, the road from Buinzao Catholic Church to Kwandanga, Kwakocha to Madayoni, it has been done bush clearing, and I don't think if they have followed the correct survey measures, because some of the residents have been having complaints. Some of their lands have been interfered with unequally. So we want to ask Waziri if when they are taking any measure of bush clearing, they against the people in the Kibwezi sub-county lands office and also the county surveyors. Thank you.
Thank you. Waziri, can respond?
Okay. When we are implementing the roads, we normally, every project has a PMC, and we have our administration, and then of course we have our implementing engineers. Therefore, we implement as per the surveyed road corridor, and where there are challenges, we resolve them as they arise. So for the specific issue of Buinzao, the ongoing road in Ngumo, probably I can invite the CEO or the director to tell us whether they have been able to face any challenges with the survey in Buinzao and whether we have been able to resolve. CEO, Director, Oscar.
Thank you, Waziri. Just to react to that matter, yes, there was a section that the dispute in terms of the corridor that we are supposed to be having, and from where I see it, that one has already been resolved, and so far I think we don't have any challenge in the corridor.
Okay, if the member has any specific query, probably even after this session, he can directly contact me, and I assure members that we will see to the end of that issue.
Thank you, Waziri. I was around that area today also, and I got some complaints from the members that they were not involved in the matter, and I had to call the area MCA to seek for more clarification, and I'm here to do it. So it's quite good that the issue has been raised here, and I think we will have to make some follow-ups. We see how we can arrest the situation.
Okay, I have picked it up. We shall resolve.
We have a question from Charles Muley. Charles Muley, you can bring forward your question.
Thank you, Wana Evans. I have some 3 issues just to be addressed by Waziri. And number 1, I'll start with Makin Ward. I think last week but 1, let's say like a fortnight ago, we have been having issues with the roads that are being graded and the bush clearing that is being done around Makindu Ward, especially in Manyata, which is the Shaurimoyo area, and also around the airstrip area. So I would like to know, since I had heard that Waziri was around, he assured the residents that engineer will be coming around, and I'm sure the next day he came. So I would like to know where the situation has gone up to, and whether there is progress, and whether the roads are going to be graded as expected, and whether they're going to be standard roads as it should be. Number 2, yesterday I was in Kaiti constituency, and I'm happy I also saw Waziri around that area. And maybe did not use the road that I used. I used the Mukuyuni road to Chuasini, whereby I saw that there was work on progress. And I think whatever I saw, the soil that I saw around, that was not maram. Wameweka kwa zile, wameweka kila mahali after like 10 meters, wameweka mchanga. I think that was not maram. So I would like Waziri to conduct either the contractor, whether it is whether the road is if the road is contracted, so they can know whether hiyo maram ndio ambayo inafaa kuwekwa mahali pale, because mimi niliona tu mchanga ila kitu kila mwana yake yenzo imani.
Which road specifically?
From Mukuyuni, immediately Mukuyuni Soko, from Mukuyuni, the road opposite to, I don't know the roads well, but I can bit explain. Opposite Kisukuni Road, opposite is a road that is going to Chuasini. If you use that road, utapata hiyo mchanga hapo. Lastly, Waziri, we have comrades here who are in the engineering field, and many of them need attachments and so forth, and maybe we would like to know whether if we can have some of our comrades who are in need of attachment, whether we can use your office so they can be assisted and be somewhere. It will be a boost to our comrades in Makueni. Thank you, Waziri. You can take over.
Okay, I will start with the Makindu. The Makindu matter has been addressed. We have been able to sort out all the areas. We have a small challenge in Shaurimoyo and the airstrip area, where there are issues on the size of the road. So we have sent a surveyor on the ground who has surveyed the roads. He has been able to show any encroachments that are there. And therefore, for the purposes of the ongoing contract, we are going to implement the road without any forced demolitions, because demolitions have a procedure and a legal procedure that must be followed. But we shall implement the roads, and then we'll initiate any procedures thereafter. But for the purposes of this project, we have been able to manage the situation. We have addressed the issues with the community. We have addressed the issues with the PMC, and the project is ongoing smoothly. Actually, by tomorrow or the day after, we should be completing the works in Makindu.
Yeah, that's very good, Waziri. That's good. We are happy that
the issue of Makueni,
that is good.
The issue of Makueni Road, the member didn't seem to know the actual road, but I will also pick it up. We have some ongoing works in that area by Kera. So I will establish whether it is the works ongoing by Kera, and we'll pick it up with Kera also, so that the quality of maram is assured to the residents. As for the attachments, we have an online platform for application of attachments. When one goes to the website, the county government website, you will find a platform for applying for attachment. When that application is done, we shall be able to process and be able to invite
For
all
interruption,
those that want.
can we have Peter muting his mic? You can proceed, Waziri.
Yes, we have an online platform for application of attachments by all people that want attachments. So any member who is interested in coming for attachment, not only in the engineering field or in the Department of Infrastructure, any department within the county government, you can apply for the attachment through the online platform, and you will be able to get the necessary feedback in the shortest time possible. Thank you.
I can see we have our CEO, Charles James. James, you can come up.
Thank you, Evans. I want to react on the issue of Maram that is being used on site and is not of good quality. Maybe what I can tell the members is that the Department of Infrastructure has engineers who deal with the quality of the material that we are using on site, ranging from gravel, concrete, the steel that is being used, the cement and all that. So we are very keen when it comes to the quality of material that we are incorporating into our works. And as Azir has highlighted, we are going to make a follow-up and try to identify whether whether this is our road or it belongs to Kera. But just to add, we have had some complaints, yes, in the past concerning the quality of gravel being used on our roads. But when we go to site, we find that actually the maram is of good quality. There is a quality of gravel, type of gravel that normally people mistake it to be bad gravel. That is of poor quality. We normally call it lateral gravel. Many people mistake it to be gravel that is not of good quality. So we'll still make a follow-up and try to find out whether it is good maram or bad maram that's being used on that road. Thank you.
Sawa, kwa gube maram amado awalab. Wadi vimo ja mega no amado awalab.
Diana, you can mute your mic kindly. Diana, we have a question from Arizon Onesimus. Arizon, you can ask your question.
Good evening, everyone. This goes to Waziri. I'm calling from Zawiki, Kalamba. And mine is a concern that although the government is doing a very good job in improving the roads around this area, there is an area known as Ngoi, the area around Ngoi Primary, from Kilili Secondary up the hill to the other side, Maviome, and those areas. Those are areas that have been forgotten for long. So Waziri, kindly, is there a plan for that area? Because the people that live around that area are actually landlocked. Thank you very much.
Before Waziri you answer, we can have Peter Judah asking his question so that we can combine. Peter Judah.
Okay. Yes, Waziri.
Proceed.
Hello.
Proceed.
Yes, I'm so happy with the current conversation in the group. Yeah, so as Ngumo had, we have witnessed several projects going on with the Kera. We are so happy. Personally, as a person, today I've witnessed several roads. They have gained some improvements in the area. Yeah, so at least now, Waziri, I can say you have done a very good job in Ngumo Ward with the current regime of the Ngumo Ward with our MCA Mongangi, from the MCA Mongangi to our county governments, and also the national government, the illegitimate government that is under what, under Ruto. So I'm so happy with whatever is going on in this group. Yeah.
Shedrack Muli. Waziri, you can respond to the question that had been put across.
Yeah, the question is a good one, but I would also challenge the member that the county budgeting process has been the priorities of the project.
I can't hear you, Waziri. Kindly, can't hear you. I can't hear you, Waziri. Kindly.
The county
I
government,
think Waziri,
the county government budgeting process has been such that the public is involved in prioritizing projects within our ward.
Sorry, Waziri, we couldn't hear you, so you can pardon.
Yes, I am saying, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can now hear you.
The county government budgeting process is such that the community has been very much involved in deciding the priorities of the ward. It is quite unfortunate, probably Zakika has not prioritized that area of Ngoi. So I would request the member to also be able to push with the same energy through the public participation for consideration of the same. Meanwhile, that notwithstanding, I have picked that up and we will also review so that if there is any intervention as a government we can be able to do, then we shall be able to do. Otherwise, I would challenge the member to be able to mobilize the community into seeing the need to prioritize that section of the ward so that it does not look like it is marginalized from the rest of the ward. But I have picked the matter. We will be able to also see whether there is something we can do. We will make the necessary consultations and be able to update where necessary. Thank you.
David Mutua, you can ask your question. David Mutua. Without David Mutua, we can listen to Shandrak Muli. Charles Muli.
thank you, Bwana Evans. Bwana Waziri, the last time we checked, you were in Mtitwande with the KWS officers, and you came also with the deputy governor and some staff from the county government, including the Waziri devolution. And the community would wish to know and understand, so far so good, where the deal about removing the electric fence from the people's face has gone up to, simply because the electric fence, you know very well, has killed our businesses around here. You are here, you witnessed such. Even the plan of the town is affected by the electric fence. So we'd like to know, so far so good, mumefika wapi na fence itatolewa lini? Because the last time the governor visited Mtitwande, I will quote him, he said with immediate effect, waziri, hiyo barabara ifunguliwe. So kindly respond to that, waziri.
Sila Kilonga, so that waziri can respond.
Uweze kuelekea katika ufalme wako na kuigeuza kuendana na mapenzi yako.
Hello.
Haki na amani.
Thank you, members. I have the question about bush clearing, which will be done by the youth, which the youth will be engaged. And I think Bwana Waziri, through your guidance, should be able to guide the village administrators and the ward administrators to guide these youths on the roads which they are going to touch. I think some of the youth, when they are misguided, they go to the footpaths instead of the going, for instance, in Nguma ward, instead of going to the surveyed roads, which needs bush clearing, rather than the footpaths, which are not in the map. So we kindly request as you against the youth in the same, so that you can guide them on which roads they are going to attend. Thank you.
Waziri, you can respond.
Okay, I will respond on the Mutitwande Road, and I will ask the CEO to respond on the bush clearing and the labor-based works. Yes, we have been in engagement with KWS with regards to opening up of the Mutitwande Road. We had discussions at Wote. We went to visit the site together with the KWS senior management and representatives from the ministry who had been sent to come and inspect the request by the county government. We have made quite good progress. We had some consensus on site with the KWS and the national government team that had come, and the matter was the KWS because the open the road was a matter was approved. I had a progress, and we able to the residents of Mutitwande on the status by next week. But all the indications are that we were just waiting for that board approval, which I will be able to confirm because they were meeting this week, so that we will be able to communicate to the residents of Mutitu and probably even proceed to open up the road as the case may be. Thank you. CEO can answer on the scope of the labor-based works.
Before your answers, track Molly muting their mics. Kindly, Samuel Molly.
CEO Upo.
Thank you. On the issue of bush clearing, I want to tell the members that we have engineers.
If the CEO is not available, yes.
He's on the mic.
Sorry, Waziri. I was saying that the issue of bush clearing.
I can't even hear you.
You can't hear me. On the issue of bush clearing, I would like to say that we have engineers and inspectors at the sub-county level, and the youth will be guided appropriately on what is expected of them when the works commence. Thank you.
Quite good. Waziri, we have a question from a member. He's asking on rural electrification, and he says that the issue settles on your department. Can you comment on something on the same on rural electrification? Bwana CEO, seems that we've lost our waziri. You can take up the matter.
Sorry, what's the question on the rural electrification.
The member is asking, the issue of rural electrification is within this department. What is our county government doing to ensure that those not yet connected are sorted out within the shortest period?
Okay, I want to give the initial answer, then the CEO will follow. Remember, let us also appreciate that the matter for rural electrification is purely a national government matter, but the county government is trying to complement the national government in this field. Through the county government, we have been able to have a working relationship with REREC such that we are able to co-fund rural electrification programs in the county through a matching grant program where county government have a joint venture where county budget for electricity. Then we assess the scheme and implement together in order to complement the national government efforts of rural electrification. But the terms of mandate rests on the national government, so the county government is just commenting the national government. Through this program, we have been able to undertake 16 programs in community. We signed and the 22 have been surveyed and they actually be sent the survey for the actual from tomorrow, so that the budget can follow it and management will be like those projects across and we shall also have some in the financial year 23-24, which we shall under another set of projects and the rural electrification. But the sole mandate is under the national government. We are working together with the piece of the various constituencies so that the schemes that we scope do not mean that probably the members of the National Assembly are scoping for implementation, as therefore compare notes of the schemes that we are going to implement so that we make sure the program is complementing any other that the MP and the national government may be having. And therefore, we know the implementing which project we have on the ground. The CEO may add a few items on the same.
Thank you, Waziri. I think you've answered comprehensively on the REREC program, and I just wanted to assure members that we'll do our best within the projects that we are working on the matching grant. We call it matching grant program, whereby the county gives a shilling and REREC gives a shilling. So we are starting surveys for 2022 for the whaleys, 2022, 2023, and 2024 will start. 2023, 2024 will start almost immediately next month. So thank you.
Madam CEO, can you mention like at least some of the projects that some of the wards that you've identified to undertake the said projects?
Okay, I can probably just highlight in Kibwezi East under the matching grant program, we shall have a project in Ivingoni, Zambani. We shall have other projects in Ngumo. We shall have projects in Mali Mulala. We shall have projects in Kaskeu. We shall have projects in Makueni. We shall have projects in Zakika. We shall have projects in Kakowaya. We shall have in Kidungo Kitundu.
we shall have projects in that is the strategy for kickoff, and the ones which the way leaves will be surveyed from the 13, basically meaning about 13 wards are going to be covered within this phase. Then now under the 23-24, we are going to have other setups and ensure we cover which have not been covered by this one. As we implement the project, we will have coverage in all the wards, so that if this year this ward is not covered, it is going to get coverage in the next financial year. Because the resources are limited, we can't cover all the wards at the same time. Thank you.
Thank you for such information. We have a question from John Moore. Michael, come up.
Yes. Good evening, all. This question just goes to the Waziri. He has indicated that we have the online portal where you are able to access the online services concerning the attachments to the internship. But it is just a concern that he just tells the IT team in the county government to work on the issue, since the system just requests you to register, but after registration, you are not able to proceed. So kindly, Waziri, you can work on that.
I have picked up that for immediate action. The CEOs also will talk to their counterparts in ICT so that the matter is resolved. And by tomorrow, I'm sure we can be able to access the service. In case they challenge, you make direct contact to others. I'm sure it is a matter can be solved by tomorrow morning.
Thank you, Waziri, for answering such questions. And Waziri, there has been this issue that Makueni County government has never done any tarmac road since the inception of county governments. And we've seen other counties doing something. And there's this outcry from people from Kilungu. And the terrain, you understand, the terrain is so pathetic, and the state of the roads there during rain season usually worsens. So what is your take on this? Same.
We all appreciate that the revenue basket for the county government is not very big. We also are not very much blessed with the own source revenue in the range of some of the other counties that we have been able to see. That notwithstanding, we have enhanced our collaboration with the national agencies, Kera, Kura, Kenya, so that we are able to jointly address the issue of roads within the county. We are also working on through the municipalities to ensure we have improved the infrastructure of the municipalities to levels that are relevant, and level surfaces that are all weather. The issue of the hilly areas has been quite a priority for us, only that the funds are very friendly. We even have a dedicated vote for addressing the hilly areas of Kilungu, Mboni, Bitini, and we are working on a program whether we can start addressing such through our own allocation and also through the collaboration with our national agencies. We are trying much so that where in the hilly areas we may need a driving surface that is supposed to enhance our movement in those areas, where the drainage structures require that we approach the area a little differently from the lower areas, that we are doing, but the budgetary allocations are not allowing us to do so much. So within the means that we have, we should try and we assure the hilly areas that the approach for maintenance of the roads in those areas will of course be very different from what we do in the lower areas. But we may not have done much by now, But we request the members to be very patient, and within the next 2-3 years, you will see a difference in terms of our approach to roads in the county. And even the tarmacs that have not been seen, we'll be able to do something, even if not much, but we'll be able to identify with that we have done in the county government within the resources that we have. Thank you.
Bwana Waziri, on the same, we have the anticipated desire that to connect, that is Makueni County and Kajiado counties through Mbuinzau, Loitoktok. Is that road within the county government or it is the national government? And on the same, what are the progress on the same?
In our
project?
engagement with KWS last month at the Ministry of Tourism and Wildlife, we even have a
We are lost in Waziri.
committee that is human wildlife conflicts and the road through the park to Loitoktok. That is a matter within the discussion by that committee. That is a matter that is being discussed within that technical committee that was formed by His Excellency the Governor and the Minister for Tourism and Wildlife, Madam Penina. Yeah. Hello, mnanisikia?
We had lost you. You
Hello?
can start it again. Yeah. You can start it
Hello?
again. Yeah, tunakusikia. You can start it again. We had lost you.
Hello?
Sasa tunakupata sasa.
Okay. If you are hearing me, I'm saying the road connecting Kibwezi, East and Loitoktok. Yes. In our negotiation with the KWS and the Minister of Tourism and Wildlife, the Governor and the Minister and Wildlife appointed a committee headed by the Deputy Governor, Madam Lucy Mulili, Her Excellency, who are working on the issues between the county government, KWS, and the ministry, being the human wildlife conflicts, the Ngai area scheme, the road in Mutituande, and the road opening through the park to Loitoktok. Those are the because working on, and the matter is being addressed. You also remember His Excellency the Governor, in his address, committed to have that matter through me. The committee is handling that. So we are looking forward to a session whereby the committee is able to seek approval to have the road through the park to Loitoktok be opened so that it enhances business between the county government of Makueni and the county government of Kajiado, and also promotes the community in its day-to-day activities. So by having the accessibility through the park. So it is a matter that is under discussion through AWS and the county government. And it is a matter we'll be able to update the residents of Makueni County accordingly. There will be.
So which will be the route of the said road?
We have options that have been floated for consideration, but we will be able to arrive at one or two, whichever, depending on the recommendations therein. There is a route through Murau, there is a route through Kikunduku, and there is a route through Botwela somewhere. So all those options have been floated, and they are all under consideration.
Yes. Can we get question from David Mutuku? David Mutuku. Without David Mutuku, we can have Mativo Bernard.
Yes, thank you, Bwana Evans. My name is Mativo Bernard. I'm joining from Kilome sub-county. First, I want to congratulate Waziri and your team for the great work that you are doing. I understand that road tarmacking requires colossal funds. And maybe if, let me ask Waziri whether he has a model that can ensure that a section of the road is tarmacked and the other section is maybe marramed with the available resources that we have, so that we reduce the cost of the maintenance to provide efficient and reliable and sustainable infrastructure. Maybe do you have a model that you can use the available resources that we have to tarmac a section of the road, and maybe the other section is maybe marramed? Thank you.
Waziri.
Okay, what I want to tell members is in our daily scoping and implementation of our road programs, we have noted some very notorious spots in our roads, which have been problematic over time. So there are some sections of the road where we have even recommended some drift slabs to be able to address the problematic spots, even as we think of as we await bigger interventions like tarmacking. So within the budget that is available, what we are able to do now is to probably do some drift slabs at the most problematic spots, as now we look forward to the bigger picture of tarmacking, which I said is not. So members, if there are sections that require some attention in terms of we are open for any input that you can be able to bring forward. And the CEO is here, the director, the engineers, we will be able to make some customized solutions, even as we wait for the bigger picture of tarmacking. We will ensure accessibility in all our roads, all our major roads. We have to concentrate on the critical roads so that we do not focus on the feeder roads when our critical roads, the critical access roads across the county, are in bad shape. So we have noted members who want us to do even roads which lead to homes. We that even the community be able to address the issue in their area, so that the county government is left to access to the key access roads and the feeder roads, but the small roads leading to people's homes, I think that should not be left to the county government. Even as community members, we should be able to take responsibility of such roads. But for any problematic spots across the county, that if highlighted, though we have our data. Actually, when I joined last year, we undertook a road inventory condition survey, where we surveyed all our roads within the county, established their status and what interventions they may require to at least be in good standard. So we have a register that has all those roads, and it is the one that guides our budgeting and our investment on the roads. In the same report, we also have, in the same report, we also capture the service level for the roads, so that a road that serves institutions, serves the public, many traffic, is given more priority than a road that does not serve as much. So that is a survey which we use and which guides our investment in roads. That is a report which can also be accessible by members on need basis, because it's a public report. We can be to share members, but we are keen to ensure accessibility with greater focus on the key critical roads so that they are all weather. Thank you.
Thank you, Waziri. I want to remind members that we are not alone. We have this program being aired directly to our TVL news channel, and we have 493 members who are following from Makueni County, and they are commenting very positive. We have one Albanas Mwanzia saying that the roads department is doing great job. Congrats, Waziri. We have Eunice Mweni saying that engineers Kyoni ukunide sindunesa. So we have members who are following, and they are really getting inspired by the information they are getting. Can we get question from Edward Mutuku? Edward Mutuku. Without Edward Mutuku, we can have Charles Muley.
Good evening. I'm around. Hello.
Okay, proceed. I'll be next. Proceed. I'll be next.
Yeah, my name is Edward Mutuku from Tulimani sub-county. Now, my concern has been the road which serves Kali Market all the way to Vuka Primary School, then all the way to Mansuvi Primary School. I understand that those of us who attended the retirement ceremony of the mother to our chief officer, you witnessed the condition of that road. And it's a road which has not been attended to for the last 20 years. Actually, the last time I saw a tractor there has been more than 20 years ago when I was in primary school. So, Mr. Waziri, what's your take on that road kindly? Because right now it's like the road is not even passable, and we have some rains which are coming, and you understand the terrain of our area, which is hilly. It's like in a steep area. So with a lot of rains, you can imagine what the situation will be like come October. Yeah, Mr. Waziri, what's your take on that? Thank you.
Thank you. Before Charles comes in, can we get Shandrak Muli?
Asante sana, nimekuwa na tatizo nikitaka kuuliza swali yangu napata mic yangu sijaelewa. Asante sana kwa nafasi hiyo wa moderator Bwana Evans, na shukuru pia waziri na timu yake. Swali langu ni majina ni Shadrack Muli kutoka Ngumo. Swali langu tu narejea kwa mambo ya barabara, kwa sana sana hii barabara ya kutoka Mbuizao mpaka Kawelo inapita mpaka kwa Kocha. Nauliza, kando na kukata hiyo barabara, kuna mpango maalum ya kuhakikisha, maana msimu tunao ambao umekuwa ni wa vumbi sana, ni wa ukame ushaingia. Kuna mipango maalum ya kuhakikisha hizo barabara zimekuwa watered na zimewekwa maram vizuri, maana kama hiyo barabara ilikatwa vizuri, although sila raised some concern about the survey matters, but my question is concerning to maram the road itself, at least to adjust issues concerning dust all over. Maana unapata wenye wamekaribia hizo barabara wanakunywa vumbi, barabara ishaisha, lakini tingatinga zinaenda. Kuna mpangilio ya waziri kutoka kwako kuhakikisha hizo, mki-approve hizo barabara, kuna enough funds za kuhakikisha hiyo barabara imewekwa malam, ama inaachwa tu mpaka mvua ije ndio ikuje kuilowesha maji? Asante sana bwana Kisoi and
Waziri, you can respond, then we get the other question.
Okay, I will respond on the Manzuvi Road in Tulimani. The CEO will respond on the issue of dust and maramin. Yes, I was there. I saw the road. And I had a commitment to the community that we are going to address the road, and we are going to address the road in the budget of 23-24. So the person from Tulimani, I hope you will join me when we are going to launch and commission the road within this financial year. Thank you. CEO can address on the dust and environment.
Thank you, Waziri. Just to inform the members that our investment in the roads is guided by what we call a road inventory condition survey that we normally carry out periodically in the county, and we have all the data of all our road network. However, you find that our road network is in dire need of serious investment in terms of maintenance. And given the resources that we have, sometimes we may not be able to do marraming and grading for all our roads. So what gets us is basically the priority areas. However, going forward, we intend to be rolling out these works immediately after the rains are over, so that we don't have a lot of dust coming out from those ones. Thank you.
We have Sumbi Manasseh. Sumbi Manasseh, you can ask your question.
Hello.
Yes, proceed.
Thank you very much. My question is, there are two questions. One is about the flooding of Kaiti. If students from Zaune cannot access schools in Mukoyoni and Makongo when Kaiti floods, I would like to know if there is a plan to solve that problem. My other question is about Malili area. It's projected that the population in Malili is going to increase from 12,000 residents to 100,000 residents in 10 years. What is the strategic plan for the county to improve the roads in Malili so that we can improve revenue collection to assist in building more infrastructure in the county? Thank you.
Waziri, you can respond.
Yeah, I want to understand. Zone is in where?
Zone is in Ukia.
Yes.
Across Kaiti, the other side of Makongo. So the students from Zone, because there is no secondary school, they attend secondary school in Makongo or Mukoyoni.
Okay. So the problem is the Kaiti flooding.
Yes.
They are unable to cross the river.
Yes.
Okay. I will not have an immediate answer on that, but I will pick it up for necessary check and address. So I will be able to update appropriately, either to Sumbi himself or to members at an appropriate time. On the issue of Malili, yes, Malili is very key to us, and actually we have an on plan in process for the buffer zone, which covers the whole of Malili, and I can tell you that the infrastructure for Malili is a key concern for the county government. Malili, the municipalities, we are looking at how to improve the infrastructure for those towns, and we have serious proposals ongoing for implementation through the county government and also through collaboration with the national government and other partners. So you will see a lot in Malili and in our municipalities going forward. It's key to us, it is key to the government, and also one of our priority areas of concern. Thank you.
Thank you.
Charles Muley.
Thank you again, Bwana Evans. I think, Bwana Waziri, you are an awful visitor of Mombasa Road. and to be specific, Kibwezi East and West. And I'm very much aware that you're familiar with the Kitui interchange. This was my take. It would be better because I'm cocksure that we always have some emergency funds. You see the let me call it the Kitui interchange at Kitui BP area. During the night, it's always dark and it's a risk for theft and other criminal stuff to happen. So, for the benefit of the people of Makueni, I would kindly request with Waziri through the emergency funds to facilitate some maybe some street lights around the along the interchange, or either Mulika Mwizi, so that maybe we can have security and also to facilitate some business and a 24/7 economy in BP, that is Kibwezi town. Kindly Waziri, check on that.
Let's
Okay.
hear
That is
before
noted, Evans, but just
Yes.
for the benefit of members,
Yeah.
the use of emergency fund as a threshold of a qualification for use of emergency, that may not qualify, but we have noted the concern for necessary action. Though the advice to use the emergency fund for the same may not be
your question.
Okay, good evening. My question was about there's a dam in Makindu at Kalie. It has been done each and every year, and when it rains, the dam inafuja kila wakati. What is the best solution from the engineers so that that water can benefit the people of Kalie and Rwanda as a whole? Thank you.
We have noted. What is the name of the dam? Kwakisina, or which one?
Kwakisina at Kalie
Okay.
Market.
Yes, we have noted, and we will liaise with the water department and see to that they pick it up, and where we can provide our technical assistance, we shall. Therefore, we have picked it up for escalation to the department.
Thank you.
We have a question from Brodan. Brodan, you can ask your question.
Naam, nauliza hivi, kuna drift iko pale Isuni River ambayo iko na barabara inaelekea Kidhungo, the other side inaelekea kwa Nguku. Hiyo drift kukinyesha akupitiki, biashara zinakwama, watoto hawaendi shule ng'ambo ile. Waziri, what is your take?
Okay, we have a drift in Isuni on the road from Makueni through Kavutini. Ndio hiyo unasema?
Yes, hapo.
Yes, we have noted that the sand dam just below the drift, and the drift, there is some issue that needs to be addressed to ensure the backflow from the sand dam does not affect the drift. Therefore, we have noted we had serious problems during just ended rains. We had to be there so many times to remove the accumulated mud on drift, and we shall be able to do something before the rain so that that does not recur. Therefore, it is a matter we have noted and we are working on.
So how long will it take?
My friend, we are going to address the matter so that by the time it rains, we are not going to have that problem recurring.
The roads are very pathetic, bana.
So, Brodan, it is hard. It will be responded to.
The matter is not
an issue now. We have already resolved for this particular time, but the only problem is recurring during the rains. Ama saa hii unasema iko na shida?
Already the man hiyo matope bado iko hapo, so
Kuna
you cannot have
contractor,
two way. Yeah.
kuna contractor ambaye anatakiwa kuwa site from this week, kama ataingia next week, from the drift there through Kavotini kwa Kimae up to Kizungu I think. Kwa hiyo barabara itakuwa sawa, itatengenezwa wiki hii.
Okay, thank you.
I was there myself last week to launch the project, so itafanywa hiyo, usijali.
Okay, on the other side ya Kapotini the Kwanguku.
Evans, hii maneno ya barabara za nyumbani, I am sure my number is available to everyone. I can be able to handle specific issues when somebody gets directly in touch with me.
Sure.
We leave this forum for discussion of the county-wide issues. Ama namna gani?
Sure. Iko hivyo waziri, iko hivyo.
Yes.
Let us
Otherwise kila
ask
mtu ataniuliza barabara yake.
So let us ask questions that are relevant, or rather that touches on the entire county issue. George Matuta.
Yes, good evening. I want to tell Waziri that our headquarters is not well connected with other areas like Kilungu and Mboni. If one has to come from Wote to Kilungu, he has to use Mombasa Road, which is very expensive. And the distance between Wote and Kilungu is a short distance. Even Mboni, it's somehow cheaper to go through Machakos back to Wote. So I hope the county would put a strategy to develop those roads connecting those areas and encourage investment in public transport to ease transport to open our headquarter Water. Thank you.
Yes, that is quite well noted, Evans. But the roads in question are all national government roads. So what the county government is doing and will continue doing, the governor is making effort to make sure there is close work with the national government to have these roads implemented. Some of them are even on contracts which have taken quite long. Therefore, now what is required is continuous lobbying and push from the national government to have these roads implemented. Therefore, as county government, we are doing our best. I request members to also make effort and push through our members of the National Assembly so that the push is for all sides, because all those roads are national government roads, a mandate of the national government representatives in our county. But as a county government, we also have the responsibility to push for development of our area, and that we are doing. The governor is constantly pushing to have these projects implemented within the shortest time possible. So that is true, but we are doing our best and we shall continue doing our best.
Onesmus Mutie.
Thank you, Bwana Kisoi, and to our Waziri, see your presence and all members. Good evening. So,
good evening.
I had two questions, and one pertains on the road that is from Mali to Kia Junction, which is a Class B road. But I think I have heard Waziri answered the question that I was to ask. So my second question goes to Waziri talked of apprentices. So I was asking about, a parent wishes to have their children prosper and have life in future. So you have those apprentices for 3 to 4 months. So my question was, what is the long term for such apprentices once they do their apprentices? We have seen we have projects that are running across. We have Thwake techno that is, and other companies whereby we can link our youth. So what is the long impact on these youth once they are done? Thank you.
Waziri?
Yes, through the apprentice program, these youth are going to gain the prerequisite skills to be able to look for the opportunities within the government, within the private sector, and all over. So the government has initiated the Makueni apprentices program to be able to equip the youth and give them the necessary skills and confidence to be able now to explore opportunities either in the government, the private sector, and other partners. As county government, we normally absorb where it is possible. When we have opportunities that arise, we encourage them to apply, but they are not limited to opportunities in the county government. But they are given the opportunity, the training to be able to venture into the available opportunities wherever they are. So we also call upon the youth to make use of that program to be able to optimize the available opportunities within those projects, be able to get all the skills that are required, then be able to seek opportunities anywhere that they are available, because the county government cannot absorb all the youth in Makueni County. But we have a duty to ensure we are facilitating them to be able to venture into the job market confidently. Yeah, thank you.
I think we have questions from YouTube. A member is asking that there's a road that links Kwaidi Secondary and primary schools to main Kalawani Machakos at Tutuda. Kindly address this road because it is not possible as that.
Okay, we have noted. I'm sure my guys here have noted. We shall be able to consult and be able to see what's possible.
Members at YouTube are also requesting you address the issue of Witangi Ngoluno Road.
Which I have already addressed.
Thank you. Thank you. We have Benita Kisongoa. You can ask your question.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Thank you, Evans. I have a question to Waziri. I had Waziri earlier in this meeting will address the issue of rural electrification. So I come from Muvoki Kumini ward in a very small market in Mbama. So that market in a center. We have electricity in Mumbuni, we have electricity in Kidhoni, we have electricity in Mandoi, in Kilili, and that market is at the center. Hatuna stima. I don't know the criteria which was used to supply the electricity in the other markets, and that market haikupata stima. Actually, that market is not developing. We have a polytechnic there. Now that polytechnic cannot develop without stima, because some courses like things to do with welding, we still have the Ita primary school currently it has a program for the special needs kids. So wako hapo, they are doing kuna hadi boarding, so they have those solars, and you understand sometimes kama hakuna jua mzuri solar hazitakuwa effective. So that area is not developing actually because of the lack of electricity. So the next time you are considering to kuweka stima kwa some markets, please consider that market. We are not developing. Polytechnic iko haina course mzuri sababu hakuna stima. Shule iko wanapitia tu challenges kidogo. So please consider that market the next time. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. The matter of Ita area has been a serious concern for the county government, and it is going to be part of the 20 the projects that are going to kick off with the next month. We'll have a phase 1, which is going to power the market, Ita market, and the primary school, and Ita Polytechnic. Then we'll have a phase 2, which takes care of the rest of the. So Ita is going to be solved.
Okay, thank you.
We have David Mutua.
Yes, hello, good evening.
Good evening, proceed.
Yeah, mine was to thank and
David, you are lost. David, we can't hear you. Jafed Munyao. Jafed Munyao. Hello, am I lost? Waziri, can you hear me?
Bro Dani anakusikia.
Yes, I can hear.
we can hear you.
So I'm calling upon Javed Munyao to raise the question.
Might be ameenda.
Okay, Charles, ask your question. We have like 10 minutes to wind up this program. Charles Muley.
No. Just forgot to mute the hand, to put the hand down. Sorry.
Okay, thank you. We have a question here from members in YouTube, and one is asking that Kwai Kavi Dam Road very bad, Andres Waziri. Kwai Kavi Dam, it's very bad. Kindly Andres.
Sawa, tumesikia. Where is Kwai Kavi? Amesema iko wapi?
He has not stated where it is located.
Okay, I have noted. I will find out myself and see what we can do.
I think the other question that is popping is the Ngolune Itangine Road, and when it will be completed.
That is a national government project. Therefore, we can not take responsibility, but we are making necessary lobbying and follow-ups for its completion. But we should also be able to put our representatives of the national government to task so that they can be able to push for completion of these projects.
Another member is asking that governor met the waziri on roads, that is the national government Mukomen, and there was a discussion on Nemali Ukia Ward. The progress. He wants to know the progress. That is the kingpin.
The Emali Ukia Road project design has now been completed, and the government is now pushing to get the necessary collaboration with the donor partners for its implementation. It is a road which is beyond Emali. It is a road that stretches from Etokok to Emali, Kwanuluku, Wamunyu, Mwala, Kilimani, with a loop through Matiliku, Kilili, Kwa Philip. So it is not just limited to Emali Ukia, but we are making the necessary follow-ups with the CS Minister of Transport to have this road now contracted because the designs are complete. That is also the happening to the road from Wote to Kitui through Thake Multipurpose Dam. In fact, tomorrow at 12 noon, we shall have the consultant from Kenya paying a courtesy call to the governor to update the progress of the designs of Wote Kitui Road and be able to get our input with regards to the designs so that we can be able to make necessary follow-ups with the national government, the CS Minister, the CS Ministry of Transport to ensure the road is contracted. So it is a matter we are taking with serious, with the seriousness it deserves.
Thank you for that response. We have David, you are back. You can ask your question.
Yeah, sorry. My question was, we have a road at Kali Primary to Makutano Primary. The road was done halfway, and the road is a feeder road.
From where to where?
Kali Primary.
From where to where?
Kali Primary to Makutano Primary.
Kali Primary to Makutano Primary.
In Makindu ward.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that one we will pick it up for necessary action.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Is on the road. The road was done a quotation like Biuni, Gaka, Kali, Katulani, Kambo, somewhere to connect the Makindo. That road. What is it be done when a road it is in the county government and also in the national government? What usually happens? Do I think some roads are quoted in national government and others quoted in county government issue?
Okay, the roads for the county government are clear, the roads for the national government are clear. But we find sometimes a case whereby the national government through KERA wants to improve the road, which could be a county government road. In that case, KERA makes a formal request to the county government for permission to undertake repair works on any of the county roads. Right now, we have a number of county roads which we have already handed over to KERA for maintenance, and that has never been a challenge. We've never had any conflicts. We share our work plans. KERA shares its work plan. We share our work plan to KERA, and we do not have any case of conflict in implementation because the roads are very clear and there is no conflict in ownership.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's good because I think some quotation are done and the money set aside by the county government is not enough for the completion of the work. So you have clearly stated that they are you know what you do on that matter. Okay. By that doing, there's an issue I was talking about and the benchmark of the road that Kilili Road, your road imetengenezwa vizuri sana. So I want our road like zikikaa hivyo sikio kwa mala vizuri. I want to congratulate that the engineer of that road. So it's a benchmark of that.
Yes, we have noted, and my team has noted also, and it is a matter we have discussed as a team also about the quality of our roads, and we also made a reference to that road. Thank you.
Okay.
We are taking only 2 questions now, and we wind up our program. One from Shantrak and Zioka, and the other from Ambrose Mukiti. Can we start with Ambrose Mukiti?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Evans. Hello.
Yes, we can get you. Proceed.
Okay, actually, thank you, Mr. Evans, for this program. In fact, I was late. I'm sorry. My question is very simple. Most of these roads we've been constructed by the county government. They are very dusty. What's the solution? Please, can we confirm whether they will be watered, whether we'll have that is maram? What is the solution of the same? Because they are very. Thank you.
Can we have the other person, Shedrack? Shedrack, you can ask your question so that we can have all the that is Shedrack Nzioka. We have all the questions answered once so that we close. Shedrack Zioka, kindly unmute, ask your question so that we finish. Okay. There being no other question, because it seems that Shedrack is not in a position to unmute himself, I think we are coming to the end of this program. I would now request the director to give his final remarks. Director Bwana Oscar Mwema. Then we go to the CEOs, and then Waziri will close with the remarks. So we start with Engineer Oscar Mwema. Can give your remarks.
Sorry, let me say I'm Principal Roads Engineer. And what I can say, it has been a good engagement, and we have been noting, though I've not been talking, but I've been noting most of the things that have been raised, and with the guidance of my bosses, I'm sure we will be able to handle most of the things for the betterment of our transport system within the county. And we are determined to give the best to the people of Makueni. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Engineer Oscar. We can have Engineer Naomi.
Thank you very much. I appreciate this forum for the insights that you have given through your questions. I want to assure you that we have taken notes and that we are going to give our best to the people of Makueni County, especially issues of energy. I've had the issues raised, and we'll collaborate. We'll continue collaborating with the national agencies like REREC and Kenya Power so that we can deliver. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Naomi Ndambi, CEO, and also our good engineer in energy and housing. We can have our Engineer James Muli, CEO.
Members, thank you very much for this fruitful engagement. We have noted quite key issues, and thanks a lot for your energy. And going forward, we can assure you that we are going to deliver to the people of Makueni County on this department. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Engineer. And then we can have our Waziri.
Yes, I would like to thank members for the engagement. We are doing our best. We may have fallen short of expectations on official. We are open corrections where there is a feeling that we can do better. We have our numbers which can be shared and which are available. Therefore, we ask members to feel free to engage, be able to give us their opinion on what and do better. We're not able to compare we do, so that you do not only look at what we can do better, you can compliment where we have done something that is good. Something which may not have come out from this discussion is maybe I would like to let members know that we are at the final stages of development of a county integrated energy plan. This county integrated energy plan is going to guide the implementation of energy programs within the county for the next 5 years. It has been quite intensive. We have been doing it in collaboration with Strathmore University and the World Resources Institute. We have mapped all the major users in the county. We have mapped all the major energy resources within the county. And we are now working on the energy plan and the modeling for product energy. We have a program for the issue of clean and part program. Therefore, at the appropriate time, we shall be able to release it to the public for review and input. But I can tell you the energy agenda for the county is quite strong, and we are working on it. We have a county transport safety committee that is supposed to manage issues of public transport management and safety. It has membership ranging from the county commissioner, the county police commander, the matatu circles, the borders, and a few energy holders. That strategy is in place, and it is something probably which did not come out from this. So it's just for information of the public. Therefore, we have many programs that we want to roll out. We want to promote green energy in our public health facilities so that we can have Wote Hospital, Makindo Hospital running fully on solar. And those are programs we want to implement from this year going forward. So we request all the inputs on anything that we may have discussed here and then that of the department. And we shall be ready to engage again and again when there is an opportunity so that we can all jointly help in transforming the infrastructure of the Makueni County. Kwa hiyo asanteni sana, nawashukuru, na I also appreciate the way the discussion there was quite motive in the questions. We did not have any point to political issues. All of us are politicians, the team that from infrastructure. We are just doers. So I don't know what else the assembly joined because being able to the politics. We were here purely on those technical and objective. Then the issues of politics and can be handled by politicians, or I think maybe not join today. So I say, sir, when you feel that we can engage again, please let us know and we shall be able to participate in this forum.
Thank you.
Thank
you very much, Waziri, for your coming, and we really appreciate your good input that you've enlightened our members. This is one of the major public participations that we can ever have. Public is being enlightened on matters to do with development, and public is also getting to understand the role of the county departments, and we are really happy for that. From the organizers, we are going to have Muteti giving the vote of thanks, and then we have Bosco closing with a word of prayer. The next meeting will be announced as members from YouTube are asking. We'll announce to them the next meeting and the department that will be on stage. Thank you very much. You can close with the remarks, Bwana Muteti. That is the vote of thanks. Then Bosco to close with a word of prayer.
Yes, members, thank you so much, Kisoi, for your time. I wish to appreciate the Waziri, Engineer Kyoni, and your team, members, for coming on board, sharing your point of concern. We need to do this over and over again so that maybe we can get more information on where we are getting back as a county government, so that we can rectify and ensure that we have the responsibility of making Makueni great. So I wish to appreciate your team. I wish to appreciate TVL, that is YouTube, in one of the information over there. I can see who are. We really appreciate that. The organizers, Kisoi and Bosco, we really honored to have you guys doing great work. What I have to say is that these meetings are made maybe purposely to share information so that those guys who are in office can really see some points which they don't have, so that maybe they can work on them. So we really have to appreciate them and take them into consideration. We hope, Waziri, you'll be able to work on those questions, and maybe all will be well. Thank you so much. I think the next meeting will be announced. Asanteni sana.
Bosco.
Okay. Hello everyone. Thanks for joining the meeting actually. So hope to majitolea kufanyia kufanyia Makueni County at least kazi. Thanks our waziri, the directors for kutujoin pia. We're happy to have you on board. So we can end with a word of prayer. Let's pray. Sande tukutunga upea, ukunda ukutukichagua atukicha. Atudha na meeting zio. Atudha na mawaziri na directors na transport. Sange ko kamatethi mayina utukumia county. Magetha mayutukuma na uwe na umanyi kuma wako. Tukatusopia tukuno monde anisi twa Yesu Kristo na batu ngove. Amen.
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 Good night, guys.
Amen. Good night.
Thank you very much.
Amen. Good night too.